Is
All
there
right,
really?
all right, I'm live. What do you
Oh,
want to do here,
this is
Hellfire?
Theta, as one of your regular viewers and one of your first subscribers you had, I would like to be in your next video. Please make it this moment right here. And when I go, when I say bang, I want you to go forward to whatever it is this pointless video is about. And bang.
Hey everybody, once again it's Theta, the Monotone Messiah, coming back with another video. Before I get started, just a few things I want to put out there. Number one, if you want to be in one of my videos, please just send me a DM. It's fine. I thought Hailfire was being pretty funny and unique there. Shout out to Hailfire, Ember, and Blaze. You guys are all cool. Like playing against you. But I still would prefer, if you want to participate, I'm open to that. Just send me a message. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but I do have some more videos planned that will require additional bodies, so the more the merrier. Just send me a message on Discord. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. On top of that, I just want to say I'm still blown away by the fact that I have over 100 subscribers now. I never thought it would be more than maybe a dozen, maybe 20, 25 at tops. I was just making stupid little videos that were barely, edited, put together, blah, blah, blah. And then in game, I would tell people when I heard them ask questions about certain topics, hey, just go type in Theta Onward into YouTube, and there's a video I created to cover that subject. The fact that my videos are now being spread on social media and tweeted about and stuff, it's just crazy to me. I also want to give a special shout out to the Lonely Viper. He has done a ton to help spread my content around, and he didn't have to. I didn't really know each other at all before this, but he's been leaving some hilarious comments on my videos. He's been posting them to Reddit, on Twitter, so on and so forth. So thank you, Lonely Viper. He's got great content that shows he actually knows what he's doing, unlike me. So go subscribe to him. His content is worth watching. So yeah, hopefully I can add a few to his count and repay the favor in some small degree. Anyway, today's video is specifically about how to communicate and how to use the radio. Onward revolves around communication with your whole team, and if you don't know how to communicate, you're going to run into serious problems. I'm going to run over some basic concepts, but like my other videos, I prefer to just show those concepts in action. So I've got a few pre-planned scenarios mixed in with some real-time game footage that are going to highlight those concepts. All right, let's get into it. This first scenario assumes that you're on defense, on quarantine. Doesn't really matter what the map is, but in general, what you want to do is communicate where you are and what you're watching. This gives you the ability to understand your overall defensive makeup without having to necessarily look at your tablet. And if somebody goes down, for example, you can figure out where your hole is pretty fast. Likewise, even if they can't give a call out in time, you can know where the action is happening. So let's watch what happens here. All right, I'm on center roof, and I'm watching the eastern approach and the south approach.
I'm on ambulance watching South Road.
So I gave out my position and said what I was watching, and then Reinhardt, who's right here on ambulance, said where he is and what he's watching.
Then Bulk Tower watching the north road.
Then White Fang is over here in Bulk Tower.
Objective covered. No one's gonna tap it.
So Mono is over here near the objective. And that's just generally good practice. If you are going to be on defense, just do that. If you need to rotate around or make changes, then communicate that as well. This time we're going to flip the scenario a little bit and show an offensive scenario, but there are some key concepts built into here that are not just offense-minded.
-1 north wall.
That's important to highlight. Reinhardt just said that he killed somebody north wall, and it was exactly one person that he killed. Keep that in mind anytime you're calling out a kill. Say -1 or something along those lines. -1 is nice because it's one syllable, which keeps your communication tight. So quantity, -1, and then say location so that everybody's aware of where that kill happened. For example, if that person dies right after they call that out, you know that they got refragged at north wall.
Okay, that's four. That's four. Last guy's at tow trucks, so I'll move for the cap. Move for the cap.
This is a scenario that'll come up sometimes on offense, but it's still just important to know if you're on offense or defense, and that's tallying up the kills. The reason you give the quantity is because both teams can only have 5 players up at any given time, and as you start to whittle away, if you know that there are people missing on their team, you can change your tactics. If you're on defense, let's say that you know that there's 2 or 3 who are down and they happen to be on a certain side, then it's a safe assumption in many cases that some of the defenders can start flanking on that side. But if you don't have a count, then you don't know how many are left and you're kind of stuck. Likewise, in this situation, when you're on offense, if you know that there's 4 down, then there's only 1 person left, and if you have multiple people left on Marsoc, then you can go for a cap. Right there, White Fang was tagging his mic. I call it jamming the mic, just clicking it over and over again. Some people do it faster than that. It's generally what we do. We go click, 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 but that was just for illustrating slowly what he's doing. That just means that as Marsoc, you're capping. If you hear that come over the radio, it means if you spot the last person, unless he is about to kill the capper, you do not kill them. You shoot above them, you shoot around them, keep them distracted. In that situation, it wouldn't even matter if I had died. He was so far away that it would be fine. I could just run back and forth, get shot. It won't matter. It's obviously better to stay alive if you can, if only to just not mess up your KDR. But either way, what matters is that that person does not stop the cap. Just to demonstrate what this looks like in a real match, this is a cap that happened on quarantine during this season, Season 10.
Another down on objective.
So I didn't say -1, I should have, but I did give the indication that there was 1 dead on objective.
Smoking it.
Capping.
Go for cap.
So we over-communicated, which is always a good idea, the fact that there was a cap going on because we heard those clicks come out. Somebody was jamming the mic, Mono confirmed it, I confirmed it, and then Wookie confirmed it all at once. And there's the cap. Calling out is a process that needs to be conducted safely. In general, in Onward, if you're dead, you're not much use to anybody. That applies to just about everything you do. Survival comes first, and then you can do flashy, cool stuff on top of that. But if you get shot, even doing basic stuff, you are, by definition, useless. That applies to callouts in particular, because there are cases when, if you don't call out correctly, you can get shot and nobody knows what's going on. I'm going to show you 2 different situations here. One is getting a kill and calling it out safely behind cover, and then the second is getting a kill and then staying out in the open, just trying to get the call out in without taking cover and being safe about it. Let's look at the first scenario.
All right, there's one on the rooftop of Center Hotel. -1, rooftop Center Hotel. There's another one, West Road.
I got him. Good call out.
In this situation, I did get the call out in because I was hiding behind that rock wall. It was a little risky poking my head out there, but at the same time, I was so far behind cover, it was unlikely that I'd get picked off. But I didn't give my call out until I was safely in cover, and I could see I wasn't going to get refragged. What happens a lot of the time is people get a call out, or excuse me, they get a kill, and they want that call out to go out right away, and they get shot. Let's see what that looks like.
One on rooftop Center Hotel. -1, rooftop Center Hotel. And,
The big problem here is I got a kill, and I got eager to let everybody know about it. And in order to give a call out over the radio, you have to release your weapon, and you are by default vulnerable. So if you don't get into cover, you're going to get shot by anybody who sees you during that call out. I've had to learn this one the hard way over and over and over again. So if you're going to kill somebody, don't just rush into giving the call out unless you know that you're already safe in cover. This can often happen on defense, where you're in a very well covered position and a very narrow angle is being watched. You kill somebody, you can just say, okay, I killed that guy. But in many cases, especially on larger maps like Downfall, you might be out in the open to some degree when you get a kill. So it's very, very important for you to get back into cover before you give that call out. It also gives you an opportunity to shoot anybody who might try for a refrag.
Oh, he's dead.
This is some footage from another real match, again from Season 10. I was watching the alleyway on Bazaar, and I killed somebody, and I just wanted to show what it looks like to get a kill and then use the comms correctly.
-1 in the alley.
So made sure this guy was dead, and then I immediately tucked myself into a corner where I knew I would be pretty much invisible to anybody who might be around, and gave the call out.
Good work.
Just confirming.
And there, I was confirming the body, which is just in general a good practice in Onward, because if you're new and you don't know this, you can just down people, and this is especially was on a casted match. It's nothing more embarrassing than downing somebody right in front of you, and then you get called out and killed, and they get revived just because you didn't give that double tap. But either way, I fire a few more rounds, and then I get back into cover and say, I'm just confirming. This is so everybody around me knows I'm not firing at an enemy actively, and I'm just cleaning up the mess I created. This situation was from our match with Ember, Season 10, and it was just such a hilarious moment that also highlighted some good communications principles that I figured it was worth sharing. So for context, I had been creeping in the South Valley with Wookie. Wookie had just been shot, and I could hear from footsteps and communication that there were 2 people in White House above me. Hailfire rushes out to meet me, and I tag him, but there's still somebody in White House.
-1 at White House. Still one in there.
So I just said -1, White House. They know the location and the quantity, and I said there's still somebody there.
Please repeat your line.
There's one in White House. I got the one outside.
No, I'm not. Stop telling him things.
I'm gonna tell him whatever I want.
I'm not even here.
Of course not.
Have you cleared second floor Center Hotel?
Just walk over to it and sit on it.
Oh, I'm so injured. Oh, God. I'm totally down, guys.
I'm gonna drone.
Guys, don't hear, I'm scared.
So it was important for me to communicate that there was still somebody in White House. Lightshaper knew I was there, and obviously I knew he was there, so I said, hey, let's have a little fun with it. Casters even caught a little bit of this when it happened. And it's okay to have a sense of humor, even in the middle of a match. But it does highlight the fact that it's more important to just communicate with your teammates than it is to remain stealthy at all times. Well, that's all I've got for you today. A special thank you to Defilade, Menorchid, Reinhardt Dean, White Fang, Hailfire, and Lightshaper for their contributions to this video. And again, thank you to everybody who has subscribed since the last video and everybody that's subscribed since the beginning. Obviously, I couldn't do this without you guys. And if you have any questions, any comments, once again, you can reach me on Twitter at ThetaVR. You can leave comments on this video. I read all of them. Or you can just find me on Discord. Again, if you want to participate in one of my videos, that's fine. I don't mind those requests, but I don't guarantee that I will grant them. Just approach me like a regular person, and we can talk about something. Do not just spam me with memes and assume that I'm recording and I will include that footage just because you're doing it. I'm not even recording most of the time when I'm out playing, so it's not a good strategy to begin with, and chances are I will just not want to talk to you if you do that. So keep that in mind if you're going to throw in a request to be part of one of my videos. Anyway, it's been fun. But for now, this is Theta, signing out.
It's just
Stop
stuck
moving,
on my
you
phone.
fucking idiot. Boop, boop. No, no, not like that.
Oh, it's fixed.
Oh, who would have thought?
Alright, I pushed up to Marsoc, second story. I'm gonna try and get a shot on
There's one on me. One on me. Marsoc, dark room. He's in the second story. Marsoc south.
There's one.
Marsoc north.
In the Marsoc dark room. I mean, yeah, there's one in the Marsoc dark room.
Roger, I got eyes in the building.
Hold on, hold on. Let's do a retake. I gave the wrong call out like an idiot. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't do it. Yeah, I said